Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. It is Thursday afternoon, January 2nd, 2025, and I am out for a short little 3-mile trek again at my local nature preserve. And if you guys remember from last week's episode, I shared that I was going to be having a beginning of the year weigh-in, a look at my body composition, measurements. I was going to do a trap bar max, I guess, and a overhead press max. I think that's what it's called. I've got it written down, so hopefully I got that right. And just some overall body composition numbers at the beginning of this year, 2025, so I could really measure stats over the next 12 months and kind of see progress from what I'm doing at the beginning of the year all the way through to December, not only with my strength training, but with some hiking time trials. And then, of course, this summer, some major hiking that I want to do. So I'm just out at my local nature preserve, kind of just doing like a chill out hike. Had a great workout this morning, and all of that started with getting on what's called the InBody composition machine. And I'll spell that for you. It's capital I-N, capital B-O-D-Y. My gym has this scale machine thing that's called the InBody. And I'm sure a lot of y'all's gyms have this where you can get on it and it gives you like your overall body composition data. So I weigh in once a month, and I've been doing this since back in August. The stats I have right now are from September. So I thought I would go over with you everything that's happened with my body, not my weight more specifically, but this machine, we're really looking at your muscle mass versus your body fat. And more specifically, your visceral body fat, which when I was first looking at these stats back in August, I was like, what the heck is visceral body fat? So I actually looked it up for you guys. And on the InBody website, which I'll leave a link in the show notes, this is the official definition of visceral fat. So it says, what is it and why is it important? So visceral fat is a special kind of belly fat. Yeah, think about that. So visceral fat is a special kind of belly fat that is hidden deep inside your abdomen and surrounds your inner organs. Unlike surface level, which it's called subcutaneous fat, it's not easy to gauge how much visceral fat someone has just by looking at them. So this InBody composition gives you a ton of statistics, and it has an app that goes with it, and you can measure your data month over month. So let's go through this first. So the data that I have is actually dating back to September 10th. The first time I got all this was August 13th, but for some reason, I put in my wrong phone number or transposed a couple of the numbers, so I actually don't have that August data. So we're going to go back from September 10th, 2024 through today, January 2nd, 2025. And I'm already out of breath. I just went up a little hill, but it's now coming back to me. So forgive me for being out of breath while I'm talking on this. So I just want to go over some of the points that I'm really looking at myself And the points that I'm going to be focused on over the next 5-6 months, getting through the winter, getting into spring, and then before we all know it, it'll be June. It'll be another summer for teachers. Hooray! And I will be back out doing my summer hiking. So let's start with the InBody score. And again, I just want to say this up front. I am not a professional. I'm just giving you my numbers. Each and every one of you, if you want to do this, which I do highly recommend. So you'll have your stats. You can analyze your own numbers and all that good stuff. But I'm not by any means an expert on this machine. I just know what my readings are specifically for me. So once you get on the InBody machine, it gives you an overall score. I guess like an A, B, C, D type deal. So originally, when I got on the machine, my overall score was a 62, which in my eyes is a D, right? I'm a teacher, I'm an educator. Okay, I got to go up from a D. And today, my overall score is a 68. So, yay, I've actually gone up 6 points in my overall score, which is what you really want to do. Most women, your average women that work out consistently, are in really good shape, have a high end of body muscle mass versus fat. They're in the 80s. So I've got work to do, but as long as we're improving, I'm good with that. All right, the next is your basal metabolic rate, which from my understanding is the rate, your metabolism. And obviously, the more muscle mass you have, the more that will increase. So I went from around 5,800 to 6,000. Again, I don't know exactly what that means, but I guess my metabolism is raising, which is good. The only thing I care about is that it went up. So the next thing is my actual weight loss in pounds, which I don't really hold a lot of weight in. It's going to happen when you're losing body fat and you're gaining muscle mass. Things are going to happen with your weight. Some people gain weight. Some people continue to lose weight. It's all about your body and what you want to achieve. Everybody is different, but with that, so I got to do math on my hands again. So I am down since last September, 6 pounds, which again is averaging about 2 pounds a month. But what I'm really excited about is my skeletal muscle mass. So I am up almost 5 pounds in muscle. So I've increased my overall muscle mass. There's a big calculation that goes into that. But the main thing is, since September, I've increased my weight of muscle by 5 pounds. And y'all get ready for this. I have decreased my body fat 10 pounds. I know, crazy. Which is, I guess, the weight loss of 5 to 6 pounds. I'm assuming, again, somebody can critique me about this, but I'm just giving you my stats and, after having conversations with my trainer. So I've gained 5 pounds of muscle mass and I've lost 10 pounds of fat. Wahoo is what I'm going to say about that. Or Yahoo, not Wahoo. Yahoo is what I'm going to say about that. And I'm down 2 points overall on my BMI. And this is all just in 4 months. And then my percentage of body fat is down. And then here's where we come to the visceral fat. The definition I gave you earlier. I am down I am down 21 points in my visceral fat, which I looked up online. I did the calculation that it says you're supposed to do. And in visceral fat, I've lost 3.2 surrounding inches, if that makes sense. And that is where I can tell in the trunk of my body, that is where your visceral fat hangs out. I have lost 3.2 circumference inches, if that makes sense. Again, I am not a scientist. I'm just giving you my stats and really giving myself something to look at, next year and month by month as we dissect 12 months worth of stats. So in 2025, I'm going to keep working toward having more muscle mass than body fat. That's my overall goal. And with that, I know my weight's going to continue to go down little by little by little. That's where those micro happenings happen little by little. But when you add all those little by little pounds up, it adds up into a big number. So that is where I'm moving toward. And I'm just looking through. It gives you so many more stats than what I just gave you. But for my concern, it's the muscle mass, the fat mass or the fat percentage in my body, and then that visceral fat, and then overall moving my total InBody score up. Obviously, I want to be out of the D level, get into the C level, and who knows what I'll do between now and next December. So that'll be a fun little statistical project. I get on the InBody machine once a month. I call it a machine. It's like a scale type apparatus. I get on that once a month at the beginning of the month. So I will have those stats monthly. Hey, how's it going? I'm good. Yeah, hey, buddy. Yeah, how's it going? No worries. No worries at all. Happy New Year. Have a good day. So anyway, did the InBody scan this morning and had two little puppies there and their owner. And anyway, getting back to, got totally distracted because the puppies were so cute. Doing that once a month. How y'all doing? Very good. Happy New Year. So after we weighed in on the InBody, we got right to it. Did a really good warm up, probably a 20-minute warm up, because today is the day that we were going to see what I'm going to make sure I get this right. My open trap bar max is right now, and then my bench press. So I think I did get that right. Or I said overhead press, but we didn't do that. We did a bench press. So did a lot of warming up. And then I did warm-up rounds or warm-up sets on the trap bar leading to my max. I ended up doing one set, 3 reps of 145 pounds. So that's where I'm at on the trap bar right now. So that is something that we're going to work on and progress and add more and more weight to that as we go. I'm leaving that up to my trainer, Logan, on what that looks like. I just do what she says, which again is the beauty of having a personal trainer. And then on the bench press, I was able to do one set, 3 reps at the highest weight of 70 pounds. And again, I've never bench pressed before in my life, I don't think. Maybe back in high school, seriously. And I feel pretty good with those numbers and that weight. And for me, it's not about that. It's just seeing what my baseline is and then improving from there. So we did that. And then always at the end of my workouts, I do like 3 minutes of abs or something like that to really like close out the hour of working out. So that was my morning. And then this afternoon, I am just over, if you want to call it a shakeout hike, just chilling out, walking around one of the 3-mile loops at the park. So hopefully you guys find these styles of episodes interesting, where I'm walking on the trail, giving y'all information, talking to y'all about goals for the year. And yeah, I'd love to hear some of y'all's goals for the year, whether it's section hiking, whether it's losing weight, whether it's strength training, or just something new that you want to test and try out. So, got more people coming here. How you guys doing? Good. How's it going, guys?
Good, how are you?
Good. Have a good one. So with that being said, everybody, let me know if you like these episodes from the trail. You can reach out to me via email, jester@jestersectionhiker.com. You can shoot me a message over on Instagram, and let me know what your all's New Year's goals are for 2025, and what section hiking you're going to get into. So with that being said, again, thanks for listening, everybody. Always be safe out there, and happy section hiking.